All right, so we are working on our chapter 10 to 12 parametrics, and we're on packet D. And in packet D, we're going to be working with some of our acceleration, direction, total distance, and we're going off of retired AP questions. So the object moves in the XY plane, and you got to take notice if it's on the x-axis versus the xy plane, because now we care about it's going to also move in the y direction. So they don't want you just to take the x portion. You might have to do both. So that its position at any time is given by the parametric equations. What is the rate of change of y with respect to x when t is 3? So, all right, rate of change. We know we're looking here for our dy dx, which we know is dy dt over dx dt. All right, and then we're going to evaluate both of those at 3. So we're going to do the calculations, pause the video here, and evaluate at 3. Okay, so now I went through my calculations, right? I calculated my x prime, I calculated my y prime, and then I brought my information back here. So I've got my dy dx evaluated at t of 3. I took my y prime at 3, I took my x prime at 3, I got my 1/15th, and then I saw my possible student errors here. One error, right, would be if we had it the reciprocal, and then that would be a 15, but okay, that's not a choice. Error, obviously, in the derivative notation here, if you mess up your derivative, or I don't know, those are the common errors I can think of. So let's go on to the next one. So now you can see we have vectors. We have the angle brackets, as they're called, so we know that's going to be a vector. A particle is moving in the xy plane by the velocity vector, so they're giving you a velocity, and they want you to find acceleration. Okay, so then our topic here is going to be acceleration. You know that acceleration is the first derivative of velocity. So if we wanted to find the acceleration, then I'm going to take my derivative of cosine. Derivative of cosine is negative sine. And then I've got to use my chain rule. So we're going to call the 2 in front, put the negative sign there, comma. Derivative of e to the t is e to the t, chain it. So I have my acceleration vector. Okay, oh, that's all we had to do. So now I'm just looking for my parts. So I'm looking for my -2 sine t, -2 sine t. Okay, that guy's wrong, that guy's positive. And then, right, this guy has the chain rule and this guy does not. So I have choice A. I don't know, problems here. If you don't know the velocity, the derivative velocity is acceleration, that could be an error. Or you forget the chain rule, just basic notation there. But again, if you don't understand the notation, you don't understand how to take that easy derivative. All right, position of the particle in the xy plane by the parametric. X of t, what is the speed? Okay, so again, what's our topic? Our topic is speed. All right, we know our speed is the square root of my dx dt quantity squared plus my dy over dt quantity squared. Okay, so I'm going to calculate out those derivatives, and then we'll talk about what's next. Okay, so I started calculating out my derivative, right? I took my derivative of cosine is negative sine. Keep your argument the same. And then chain rule, the derivative of 2 to the t is 2 to the t ln of t. And then I looked up and I saw that we're evaluating here at 2.3. So I know that in order for me to get this decimal answer, this is going to be a calculator allowed question. So if we're going to set it up as a calculator allowed question, so we might as well be prepared on how we would be typing this in. This is not how you're writing it in. All right, we would be writing it in as shown here. If you want to put your 2.3 in here, you can do that. But if I have my y1 as my x and my y2 as my y, then I think I would go ahead. So if I have my y1 as my cosine and my y2 as my sine, then I would create my y3 to be the derivative of y1, right? And you're going to evaluate at x equals x. Then I'm going to have my y4 be my derivative of y2. All right. And just in terms of, I know you could change this up. I understand that. But whenever I'm going to put my derivative into a y3 or y4, I'm just going to leave it be a variable x. In this situation, since we're going to evaluate at 2.3, you could put that in right now. But if this is an FRQ and you may need to use that later on, you don't want to be stuck with one value. You may forget that's what you have. So then in my parentheses here, I would take that derivative and I would evaluate that at 2.3. Of course, I'm going to square that, and then I'm going to have my y4 the same way. So that's how I would type it in. And give me a second here, I'll pause the video. All right, so when I type it into the calculator, I get 3.413450076, which we can tell there is choice C. All right, so again, these are always designed that we're going to be doing these in class so we can work together and talk about things. So we're going to choose and circle 3 topics that could be tested in the list below. Right, these are going to be our comments. For each topic, you and the partner will write down one multiple choice style question and go from there. So this is not something that we're going to be doing online today. So we'll stop the video for now and we'll see you next time.